Hey guys, welcome back to another Crash Course with Clarissa and Sienna. Today we're bringing you an overview of the play The Chariot Orchard, who was written by Anton Chekhov, who was a Russian playwright who has written many dramas and is considered one of the best authors of his time. He has won many awards, including the Pushkin Prize and the Lucille Latour Award for Outstanding Revival. And here's Sienna with some more background information.
Anton was a Russian playwright and short story author. He was considered to be one of the greatest writers in history. He was a middle child with many siblings. His parents owned a grocery store and considered middle class. His family was Orthodox Christian and very devout. His father was very abusive and writing was his way to escape. Later, his father declared bankruptcy and fled, leaving his family and life behind. The book is pretty historic. Anton was very famous and he was a well-respected author who was loved by many. He was married to Olga, who was born on the 24th of September. Around the time of Olga's birth, her father, Leonard, was in charge of a factory in a small town. 2 years after Olga was born, her family moved to Moscow, where they became accustomed to an upper-middle-class lifestyle. Growing up in between two brothers, Olga was pampered extensively. Her father, however, who was anxious to conform to the social conventions of his abandoned country, made it very clear to an early age that Olga's aspirations in life should be confined to marrying well and becoming a housewife. He dreamed of being an actor and marrying Anton allowed her to do that.
Okay, now guys, now we're going to discuss our protagonist and antagonist of the play, which our protagonist is Lyubov. She doesn't want her cherry orchard, which has been her childhood home, to be sold. She tries to have a positive outlook on life, yet things aren't going as she planned. And our antagonist is Lukin, because he buys the cherry orchard, which upsets the family because they thought that he was a close friend for them. And then other major characters in this play would be Leonard, which is Lyubov's brother, and Anaya, who is Lyubov's daughter, and Varvara, who is Lyubov's adopted daughter.
Here are some interesting facts about the play. Cherry Orchard premiered on January 17, 1904 at the Moscow Art Theater. Critics' opinions on the play were mostly divided, though it was mostly a theatrical success and was almost immediately presented in many cities in Russia and abroad. However, shortly after the play debuted, Chekhov's tuberculosis worsened, leading to his death in July of that same year. In 2009, a version of the play was performed and was a huge success in the US, and people loved the play and Chekhov's style of writing. The play was directed by Academy Award-winning director Sam Mendes, who has also directed notable plays such as 1917, Skyfall, Away We Go, and American Beauty. His American Beauty won him the awards of the Academy Award and the Golden Globe Award for Best Director. The Cherry Orchard was originally written in Russian, but has been translated into many languages due to its huge success. The Cherry Orchard was Chekhov's last play due to his death shortly after the play was produced. A television version featuring Helen Hayes and directed by Daniel Petrie was broadcasted as part of the Play of the Week television series in the 1959s. The Atlantic Theater Company in New York City in 2005 produced a new adaptation of The Cherry Orchard by Tom Donaghy, and was much more of the comedy was presented as the play had originally intended, which would have made Anton extremely happy.
And here are some things that we thought you should know about the play. Chekhov described the play as a comedy with some elements of farce, though other authors treated it as a tragedy. Since its first productions, directors have contended with its dual nature. It is often identified as one of the 3 or 4 outstanding plays by Chekhov, along with The Seagull, Three Sisters, and Uncle Vanya. The play concerns an aristocratic Russian landowner who returns to her family estate, which includes a large and well-known cherry orchard. Just before it is auctioned off to pay the mortgage, Unresponsive offers to save the estate. She contemplates its sale to the son of a former servant. The story presents themes of cultural pointlessness and to find meaning in its newfound materialism. It dramatizes the social-economic forces in Russia at the turn of the 20th century, including the rise of the middle class after the abolition of slaves in the mid-19th century and decline of power of the autocratic. Luke meets her elder daughter, who has been looking after the estate in her absence. Lukin is the born serf, but he has struggled hard to make a successful life. To overcome her debt, neither she nor her brother Gabe have money. If they do not find the solution to pay the mortgage on the Cherry Orchard estate, it will be auctioned off in August. Lucan, a former serf but now big successful merchant, suggests her to make villas on the estate and lease them to the foreigners. In this way, she could save her childhood memories in the Cherry Orchard and pay back the debt too. But she rejects the idea, and as the spring passes, she finds herself more miserably sank in debt with no solution. Meanwhile, Lube's health is degrading day by day. Lube is receiving letters from her lover, and Gabe begins to consider a job at a bank. Eventually, the family decides that selling the estate is the best choice, and Lucan is the first person to make an offer. Lube decides she will sell the estate to him. Lube's family moves back to Paris so she can be with her lover, which leads her to moving on from the estate. And some inciting moments in this play is how does the highlight struggle of the characters begin. Major conflict, the family has to decide if they really want to keep the Cherry Orchard or sell it, and they ultimately end up selling it. The rise in action, the summary, mainly about how the family can decide if they need to sell their house and who will buy it. The climax, the summary, when Lvov hears about how the estate is bought by Lucan, who is a former slave. Following action summary, the family moves back to Paris and continues their life without the Cherry Orchard right by their side. The resolution, the final outcome, the family thought that the best option was to sell the estate and make some money, and they continue their life in a rise. How do the characters' lives change throughout the story? What is the result of the struggle at the end of the story? At first, they are struggling to pay their mortgage, but they have their love for the orchard. Then they do sell the estate and move to Paris to continue their lives. They realize at the end that selling the orchard was the best idea for them and their family.
So the theme of the play is just because you think the idea is bad, it might be good for you in the future. They didn't want to sell the Cherry Orchard at the beginning, but it ends up being the best option for the family. The title helps play a role at first by the characters are sad and totally against having to sell the Cherry Orchard, but after much consideration and deliberation, selling is the best option that they could come up with. That moving on can be a better option, don't just be hung up on the past. Lyubov becomes more realistic with herself because the Cherry Orchard bringing back both the positive and negative things that have occurred during her life. It affects the main idea because it represents and shows why the Cherry Orchard is important to her family and why they want to sell it rather than keep it. As well as the Cherry Orchard, it is basically the main focus of the play. One of the most important scenes is the scene where they determine to sell the orchard. When they find out that Lopkin bought the orchard, and when the family returns back to Paris, they convey how you have to watch to who you call your friends. It makes you realize what's important in life and what's not, and what's importantly appreciate everything that you do have in life and not take it for granted. To emphasize the meaning of the Cherry Orchard.
Alright guys, so here's our reaction. So Sienna, what did you think about the play?
I did not personally like it. I don't think she should have sold the orchard. She should have kept it.
Well, my reaction, I think the play was very good. It was different. It was like something we can relate to. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
but
an
she
ordinary,
sold it so she
boring
could go
play.
to Paris to see her lover.
No, well, I mean, if she could have taken care of the orchard, why keep it? That's just pointless, right? That's called growing up and being mature, which obviously you aren't. I mean, and plus, everybody needs a lover. Like, who wouldn't go chase in Paris? It's Paris. Who's gonna
But
stay
it was
just to
her
watch it?
family orchard.
Once again, it's Paris. The
Yeah, but
Eiffel Tower and everything.
No.
Yes. Plus, I mean, we all have to chase our true love, right? Okay, and we'll catch you guys later.
When we discuss how to kill a mockingbird.
Okay, go.
Right now? His
Stop.
father was very abusive, and writing was his way to escape reality. Later, his father declared bankruptcy and fled. That's too much.
Well, you said go and almost.
Wait, what? Start it over.
Welcome back to vlog 1 with me
Vlog 1.
and Sienna.
Why is it so?
You're catching the behind the scenes of us trying to make our final video, which is not going that great. Ting.
Backwards. Ready?
Sure.
3, 2, 1, go.